Hi, and welcome to Strap a Watch. I'm Michael Knapp Leather. I have a little bit different of a show for you guys today, and what I'm going to do is give you a little tour inside the leather studio here, Michael Knapp Leather. And the reason I'm doing this is I alluded to it a couple of weeks ago, and just showing you how I put a show together. So I'm kind of tying that in with this tour that I'm going to be giving you and showing you some of my gear, camera gear, recording equipment, some of the leather tools that I have here in the shop, the studio. I call it the leather / YouTube studio is what this little building is for me. It's my home away from home. And I'll tell you another reason I'm doing this is I have been so slammed with orders ever since 2 weeks ago. When Ocean O'Malley of the Timeless Watch channel, he did a little spotlight on me, on my leather business, and on my YouTube channel here, Strap a Watch. Oh my gosh, we were on vacation. I had a few orders before leaving on vacation, and then when I got back, I was like, wait a minute, this just doesn't make sense. I had 31 orders. And so I had 4 in the hopper. That means I had 27 orders in the 3 days he put it out until I got home, and I've also had more trickling in. So I have been so slammed that I really couldn't concentrate on any particular watch. I had been making straps you've already seen on the show. So I didn't want to just do something I've already done. And so I thought, this is a perfect opportunity. Maybe it'll be easier for me. Not really. I mean, I've already been editing a lot of the show. But you'll see inside here the equipment and everything. It's pretty cool. I think you'll enjoy it. So stick around. After the intro, we'll get right into it. Well, thank you again for joining me today on Strap a Watch. I told you guys I would show you how I do these voiceovers in the second half of each of my shows. So I have my setup right here. This is an iRing USB large diaphragm condenser microphone. I also have an Apogee mic that I use. I have some pretty fancy mics, a TLM Neumann 103. I don't use those anymore for my video production. That was back in my voiceover days. But this is what I do. I've got it hooked into my iPhone. I tape it through a recording software called Twisted Wave. And then I do in post-production, I just match everything up. And so I've got my laptop. All of the final edits are in Final Cut Pro. I just opened it up. And basically all I do is I follow along with all of the final edits that I have done. This is really the last thing that I do. So when I get to this point, it's fun, all right, because I know I'm just about done and can get this, out to you, all of you guys. So, and in uploading the video onto YouTube. So I just start and push play. I have the sound all muted. And I wait for the intro to finish, and here we are. So I'm going to show you guys what I do. I'm flying the drone, my DJI Mavic Mini drone, right into the studio. So you're going to be seeing all this, and you won't be seeing me anymore. I just wanted to show you guys how I do this. I thought you'd be pretty intrigued about it. So all of these shots that you're going to see here in the next few moments were taken with the drone. I just flew it right inside the studio. And then I did kind of like a little 360 here and just showing you, some of the equipment. There, of course, is my arbor press and my hot foil machine. There's the time grapher. You've seen a lot of this stuff on the show. All of my knives, other equipment, tools. Oh, there's a few of the lenses, my macro lenses and my wide angle lens and also my zoom lens for my Sony A6400 camera. That's the backbone of just about 95% of the shots you see on Strap a Watch are taken with that camera. This is a cool little shelf that I installed for my MacBook Pro that's dedicated for the studio, and then I just use the external Bluetooth keyboard and that monitor outside as well. So that's a little dolly. It's pretty cool. You hook up a camera to that, and it's remote controlled. And these are my two big lav mics that I use the most. That Tascam on the left is the one you hear me on most of the intros. There's my auto winder, my regad machine, a lot of my other little punch tools, my monitors. I got one on each side. And this is the Sony a6400 camera. Just a perfect camera for this. I bought it after having the vision of putting this show on. I didn't know anything about cameras and what to get, and I did a lot of research, and I finally chose that one, and I'm so glad that I did. This is how I store the Alligator. So these remnants right here I put in this little bin. This is all the stuff I've been going through the most of in the last 2 weeks. Brown, black Alligator, the light blue, dark blue, and some other remnants that you can see still in there. And then these are all bigger, newer hides that I have recently ordered. One I just got in a couple of days ago. This peanut tan. It's probably the best quality, most flawless piece of hide I have ever received. These are from American Tanning and Leather LLC, family owned and operated since 1993, coming up on 100 years. But this is the piece right here. I was out of this color, and oh my gosh, talk about expensive, but oh, such quality, I can't tell you. I got this orange as well on sale, big sale that they had, and I knew with Florida Gators, this is, orange and blue, I'm going to be incorporating that into some Florida Gator products and projects that I've got coming up. You saw me unbox this red about 2 weeks ago as well. So in showing you how I store some of the other leathers, is I had this little footstool in the house, and I took it out, mounted some wheels on the bottom, and so this is where I store a lot of other leather. There's probably about $1,500 worth of leather just in this little footstool. And so this is a blue Latigo. You've seen this on the show. This was actually, I used this for a watch strap and a minimalist wallet combination, Florida Gators watch strap. And I'll leave a link for that episode. It's pretty cool. This I've used this past week is a bourbon number 8 shell or Horween Chromexcel leather. That was, I did a strap on that this past week. So a lot of straps, man. I can't tell you how busy I've been, you guys. I mean, burning the midnight oil every night. Oh, boy. I'm just, it's going to take a while. Thank you all for being so patient. Any of you who have ordered, please be patient. I've been in contact with almost really everybody, I think, that's ordered, and just let them know. My typical turnaround time is 2 to 3 weeks. I'm about 4 to 5 weeks out right now. So if you were to order, just know that these are the calfskin linings. So you saw the neutral colors, those that I can dye any color that I want. So if you get a deep blue strap, Alligator, or intense blue shell Cordovan from Horween, I can dye it blue or red or whatever. And then the black was for all the black uppers that I utilize: black Alligator, black shell Cordovan, black Chromexcel. And this is how I store the Chromexcel. So all that Alligator hide, you're talking $5,000 worth of Alligator, and right here you're probably talking another $1,500 at least in shell Cordovan chip. So just add up how much leather I have in stock. I mean, it's thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to keep up with all of the strap demands that I have. There's certain chips like this right here. This is a cognac brown shell Cordovan, and this green I have yet to make any straps out of. I've made a few out of this blue chip of intense blue shell Cordovan from Horween, as well as this bourbon tan shell Cordovan. But the vast majority in the last, oh boy, couple months have all been Alligator. Really. So there's that little booth again. That's where I'm sitting at, talking into that microphone right there. And then you can see too, I just show the drone and my little controller. I absolutely love this drone. I put those blade protectors on because I was flying it inside. But you take those off to then fold everything up, and it'll fit in that little box that I have right sitting out there. So yeah, you can see also some of the other tools that I have. My sewing machine I rarely get to use anymore. There's another one of my stitching ponies back there. There's my coffee maker, and I have a little refrigerator in there. And this is my Cobra 14 splitter. I use this a lot. So, you know, even some of the shell Cordovans I have are 2.5, maybe even 3 millimeters. And I want to get it down to, 1.5, 1.75, 2.0. It all depends on the strap, size, the watch, everything. And, of course, my arbor press. And there's all of my tiger thread stitching and all the different colors that I have. I mean, I have every color that they make. So, and then this is showing you guys the sealing system up here. So there's the spray foam insulation, and then I've covered it with some sound panels. I've got 3 sound panels up top, as well as some moving blankets that make for great sound absorption. So that's why I think the sound quality is really as good as it is. There's my chair. And just to show you guys some of the other, like the lighting systems that I have. And you've seen a lot. There's, you know, my gloves that I put on a lot of my shows, and my sanding blocks. And those little bins have all of the various lug pins. But there's the most important piece of equipment, my air conditioner, man. When I shot this video, this was 98 degrees outside. Oh, man, 85% humidity. So the heat index, it felt like about 110 degrees. Man, so here I am going back outside, and I'll tell you what, I mean, I know it wasn't traditional of a show of mine. We'll get back to regular programming next week, but I just, you know, I've been so slammed. I apologize, and I love my studio. I think you can tell. Well, God bless you all. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep on ticking.